Hey, what's up guys? Expats Everywhere here. I'm Josh.
And I'm Kalie.
And we're going to talk about Luang Prabang today. So we've been in Luang Prabang for several days and we absolutely love it. What do you think about Luang Prabang?
Yeah, I really like it. We'd been to Laos before. We went to Vientiane, and so we were really looking forward to going back to a different city because we liked Vientiane, and Luang Prabang is awesome. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's super cool. We'll talk kind of more about it from an expat's perspective in just a minute, but just some of the stuff that we did. We were able to check in, get into the hotel pretty quickly, and go straight up the mountain. What's the name of the mountain again?
Mount Fusi?
Yeah, we're gonna put the spelling in the description below, and then we'll also have a title slide sliding in there with the spelling. I don't know how to say it. There's plenty of things that I don't know how to say.
To be safe, you could say Mount Fusi, I think.
Sure. So anyways, on this mountain, it's a decent climb. I think we were told 365 steps. I'm going to double check that though. But there are plenty of statues and stuff along the way that you can take photos of. Bad thing is we went up kind of at night. We got our timing a little off and we weren't able to get up there for sunset, so we caught the nighttime view. The view on top is looking over the Mekong River, which is one of the largest rivers in Asia. And yeah, it's kind of brown, muddy water.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's like all the runoff from the side, the mud just goes right into the river, so it's brown.
Yeah, so funny enough, we had planned on doing a river cruise, like a daytime river cruise, 2-hour cruise.
Yeah, sunset cruise.
And we're with couple other friends, a couple other expats, and I decided to bail because I was like, look, I've seen this river before, it's brown, it's not very pretty. So
I went though, and it was good. I mean, you just kind of, you putz up the river and then they turn off the engine and you just kind of cruise down it. So we got some cool pictures. The sunset was nice around the mountains. It was cool. Yeah,
so one of the highlights for us definitely I think would have to be the waterfall.
Yeah, the Kuang Si Waterfall was gorgeous. It's, you know, a little bit outside of the city, so we would recommend that you take a car. You can take like a motorized tuk-tuk, but I don't know, it would be a rough ride, I think. So definitely take a car, get out there, check it out, go swimming.
Yeah, so all sorts of travel blogs talk about going to the Kuang Si Waterfall, and they're 100% right. Absolutely stunning. You'll get some great photos, but then you'll just, you know, get to be with nature.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's just awesome to be out in nature and to have that hike. It's not very difficult. I think that you can kind of do a round trip all the way up to the highest part of the falls in about an hour. Maybe give yourself an hour and a half if you want to do more swimming.
Yeah, hang out there.
There is one spot where you will need to remove your shoes if you're wearing like socks and shoes because yeah, you're gonna get wet. You have to kind of wade through the water a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, it's on stairs though, so it's not terrible. But if you're not very good at hiking or don't enjoy it, then I would say don't go all the way up to the very top because it can be a little hard, especially the part where you're walking in the water upstairs. But there are other pools that you don't have to go that far up that are beautiful as well. So you can stay at the lower part if you want. It's just busier. There's more kids and things like that in those areas. So the higher up you go, since it's harder, the less people there are. And there's a swing up at the top in one of the pools.
Yeah. So like Kalie said, when you're traveling there, I would definitely recommend traveling by a van and not doing a tuk-tuk, just because, you know, it's probably not going to be that much cheaper to do a tuk-tuk, and it's going to just kill you. The air quality is not very good, and
the roads aren't great.
It's just going to bash you around, so you might as well just spend a little extra money and be comfortable.
Yeah, because the roads are rough, so it's not worth it in a tuk-tuk, I don't think.
Yeah, so some of the other travel blog stuff we did, we went to Saffron Coffee. We've already made a video about that, and there's actually going to be 2 videos about Saffron Coffee. We went to Utopia, one of the most famous, or the most famous restaurant there in Luang Prabang, and we had a good time there. The food was good, the drinks were good.
It's a cool atmosphere.
Good atmosphere.
We sat on the floor like on pillows. It's right on the river.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Met some other travelers. You know, we were able to share some travel stories and whatnot, so that was cool.
Who we then saw the next day at Saffron. We told them about Saffron while we were at Utopia, and they took up the recommendation and they went there too.
Yep.
So we found the best cocktail bar in Luang Prabang. It's called 525 Cocktail. Pretty cool place.
Yeah, it's super cool, and the really cool thing is it's expat owned. It's managed by an expat, but then the chef, the bartenders, and the cocktail waiters are all from Laos. So that's really neat.
And they're doing a lot of cool stuff there, like a lot of special mixology kinds of things. So lots of crazy experiments that they got going on. So it's definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, we'll throw in some photos so you guys can check that stuff out. And man, be sure to visit it. I'm telling you, they are doing some real sciencey stuff there. Really good mixology happening at 525 Tapas Bar and Cocktails. I think it's the proper name of it.
So then you also have the night market, you know, things to do that obviously you should walk through. Good shopping. It's always really comfortable doing markets in Laos, like, because they're not very pushy. They don't try to hawk the stuff at you. So you can leisurely walk around and lots of good stuff to find.
Yeah, and it seems like the prices are really reasonable. The haggling's pretty easygoing. It's not super intense. I mean, if you're into that sort of crazy haggling, then you're not going to get it in Laos. But me personally, I'd rather just know what the price is and pay it. Yeah.
I haggle.
Yeah,
but
she haggles.
It's easy. You know, they always start high. You can get them down.
Yeah. So two other highlights of ours that were provided by the hotel. One was a cooking class, which we saw as we walked around the main street. There were several hotels and restaurants that did cooking classes. So you guys can kind of choose which one fits your itinerary best. But I would definitely recommend doing a cooking class. The Laotian cuisine is different than Thai cuisine. They're similar in certain ways, but definitely different enough to where you can get a good idea of their culture through their culinary.
Yeah, you get to play around with some unique spices and things too that maybe it's hard to find where you are or you wouldn't just buy. So it's a cool experience.
And the other thing that we did that was organized through the hotel is we did their Lao night, and that was super cool because we got to try a bunch of different foods that were local to Laos, not just from Luang Prabang, but from other parts of Laos. They talk about the three major ethnicities there: the mountain people, the midlands people, and the city people, or the lowlands people. So that was cool getting to taste different foods from those regions, and then also we got to see what those different people look like.
Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy that they look very different depending on where they came from. I guess it's just the influence from the different surrounding countries. So I thought that was cool. And the other thing that was really cool was to see how differently their traditional dress was.
Yeah.
Like, it's very practical for where they are, whether it's in the mountains, by the rivers, in the city, things like that. So just being able to see that diversity was pretty cool. And they did some little dances and taught us how to do a little dance. It's kind of like a line dance, though.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to pick up.
Yeah, it really was.
That was good. It was really cool to see the different cultures of Laos. Another great thing that you can do in Luang Prabang is obviously spa stuff. Lots of options for that, good deals, really great stuff that you can do. Another great thing to do is shopping. You've got lots of options for shopping. You can do night market and go cheap type trinket things, but then they also have some really high-end shops with some really nice materials for clothes. One that was really cool was repurposing their traditional dress, and they changed them into bags, purses, different tops, but it was their traditional Laotian dress, so that was pretty cool.
One thing that I saw on travel blogs and different Instagram accounts is the morning alms. So we found out that it happens quite early in the morning, really when the sun rises. So Kalie and I decided that it would probably be a good idea to go and just try to see it. Just see more of the Laotian culture and see what people are like. Alright guys, so it's 5:40 in the morning. We were actually told to come out by 5 o'clock to see the Alms. But this section where we are right now, it actually doesn't start until 6. A tuk-tuk driver drove by and he was telling us the different times of the different areas here. We were recommended to come here by the guys at 525. It's actually just over my shoulder here, 525. We got a bit of inside information from our friends at 525, and they told us that there are different places in the city where you can see the Alms. And they said that actually where their bar is, along that road is where you can see the Alms in like a more local community, small community setting. So we decided to do that instead of going to the night market to see Alms being paid. And it was really neat because we were the only 3 people around. We were with another expat friend of ours, and we were able to film and take a few photos. We wanted to be respectful, so we did it at a distance. We didn't try to get all up in there. Yeah, I hope it was respectful. I really do. All right, Kaylee, it's time. It's time for the portion that we are now dubbing Would You Expat That?
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, so would you expat Luang Prabang?
I definitely would expat Luang Prabang. Would
Really?
you?
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't expect you to say that.
Well, let me explain why.
Yeah, explain
Okay,
why.
so it is a third world country, but the people are really nice and welcoming. So if we wanted to go somewhere, I guess that was kind of a simple life, then yeah, I think Luang Prabang would be that place. Out of any of the other Southeast Asia countries that we've been to, I think that Laos and Luang Prabang would be an easy one to do.
Yeah, I think the country and the city are awesome. The expat community is really small, though. There's only about 200. We've been told 200 expats that live there, and then the rest of the foreigners that you see are tourists. So I don't know.
But there's a lot of tourists, so it feels like there's more expats there.
All right, well, if you go, I'll go.
Okay.
So Trisha, how about you? Would you expat that?
Yes, I would. I would expat Luang Prabang. I think probably a little bit more short term, 1 to 2 years, but I really like the cool, chill vibe there. It's just a beautiful country. The people are really nice there. And yeah, I just think it would be just a change of pace maybe from a fast, busy city life. So yes, I would expat that.
Guys, thanks for watching. We really appreciate you all tuning in, and we hope to make more videos for you all to see our travels. But most importantly, we want you guys to subscribe so you can check out our videos of other expats living in different places all around the world, and you get to see their experience and their firsthand accounts. Because who wants to read about all that on blogs? How about you watch it?
Definitely.
Thanks for watching.